Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your predictions for the third quarter of this year. And to do this reading we will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. If you, by the way, prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. And if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile for you today, you will also find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Otherwise, let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the Waterfall. For pile number 2, you've got the Healer. And for pile number 3, you've got the Procession. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Sodalite in the shape of a star. For pile number 2, you've got the Tiger's Eye in the shape of a squirrel. And for pile number 3, you've got the Garnett. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. You can absolutely pick more than one pile if you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles. Trust your intuition. It will always take you to the piles and the messages that you're meant to hear in today's reading or in any reading. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Oh, please note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you. In a moment, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. 4 signs for each pile after we shuffle very well. All right, let's see what we've got. Am I holding 4? Yes, 4 for pile number 1, 4 for pile number 2. I'll leave that here. And 3 for pile number 3. I'll leave it the way it chose to come out, I guess. So for pile number 1, the signs are Cancer, Aries, Virgo, Pisces, as well as Sagittarius. For pile number 2, the signs are Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, as well as Scorpio. And for pile number 3, the signs are Leo, Capricorn, as well as Gemini. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I, of course, highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that the next section is all about Spirit picking your pile. If this is something that you're interested in trying today, please stick around. If, however, you're not interested in trying that out today, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card to each pile every day. The Magician will be presenting pile number 1. The High Priestess presents pile number 2. And the Empress presents pile number 3. And I shuffle your cards until one of them captures my attention, and I will know that it is your chosen pile. Well, that doesn't count, does it? There we go. So, what is your chosen pile, my dear soul family? It is pile number 2. So, I hope you've enjoyed the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading, and that it helped you find the clarity to find your pile. And as you know, once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your third quarter predictions of this year. Can't wait to get into your reading. As you can see on the right, I have a board with the different areas of your life. And in today's reading, I will be casting zodiac signs. And the combination of the signs, the meaning of the signs, the energy of the signs, as well as the boxes, will give us a unique meaning into what we can predict for you in the third quarter of this year, which is, of course, April, May, and June. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Sodalite in the shape of a star. Your significator card is the waterfall. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Aries, Virgo, Pisces, as well as Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and cast your zodiac signs onto the board and see what we get for you in the third quarter of your year. So what can pile number 1 expect in the first quarter, please? 1, 2, 3. Interesting. It kept rolling onto finances until it finally settled more towards future surprise and relationships and a little bit on the finance part. So very interesting. I will keep that into consideration. All right, let's take a look at the zodiac signs. What zodiac signs do you have? So between discovery and pets, you've got the zodiac sign Cancer. And in body, you've got the sign Leo. Between future and relationships, you've got Aries. And finally, in that magical part between mainly into future, relationships, and surprise, and a little bit in the finance part, but it kept rolling there a lot, so there is something significant, obviously. You've got the zodiac sign Sagittarius. Very, very interesting. So as we do every time, we are going to be pulling out cards to understand each of the sections we have on the board. Let's start off with your pet. We've got the sign Cancer between discovery and pets. Let's see what your tarot cards show. You've got the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles. You've got Great Mother. This is the Empress. Very interesting. Very it's exact same meaning, very close to the meaning of the sign Cancer. Nurturing, care, love. Okay. Very interesting. You've got the Shaman. This is the Hermit. And finally, let's actually not finally, let's pull out these 3 cards. You've got the Pilgrim. This is the Fool card. So a new beginning here. Lovely. Okay, that definitely gives us a great perspective. And you've got the 3 of Air. This is the 3 of Swords, and they're flying off. And you've got the 2 of Earth. This is the 2 of Pentacles. I have different ways of looking at this. In case with the 3 of Swords, your pet is already in pain, I've got great news for you. You can see that through a lot of nurture, love, and care, which is the sign of Cancer, as well as protection, all of this is clearly shown in the Hermit card. You will see that there is a great new beginning for your pet where the pain will fly off with the 2 of Pentacles. Things will shift around. And you can see that there will be inner healing. The shaman, as the hermit, as you can see, there will be strong inner healing on the inside. Now, if this is not physical pain, with the 3 of Swords here, most likely it could even be mental or emotional pain with the 3 of Swords. And so I would say that maybe your pet was going through a lot of sadness, a lot of depression, which you will discover and find out about. And I see them, and I see you taking care of your pet. It's like, oh, come here, I'll take care of you. You can see that here as well. A lot of love and nurture and care, which will really make them go back up, spring back up, and feel great again. As it's the same thing with the shaman and the hermit. You can see that things will shift around for them with this love and care. There will be inner healing, especially mental healing, that they will go through, and they will revive and feel healthy once again with the Ace of Pentacles. So that is lovely to see here for your pet. Again, the Waterfall being your significator card is a wonderful significator card to have. It talks about healing. It talks about an inundation of abundance. It talks about things moving and clearing out and becoming healthier. So that's wonderful to see for your pet. Let's take a look at your body. Speaking of health, you are in great health in this 3rd quarter. Let's see all about it. I'll put these back, shuffle your deck, and I'll be back. Okay, so let's take a look at your body and what is Leo in your body. Leo is a sign of great power, confidence, shining bright. It's a showstopper sign, Leo. So I guess not only is it strong, but in my opinion, this could also be talking about how you'll be shining bright, how you'll, like Leo makes an entrance wherever they are. So there is what do I want to say? There is an element of that here as well. Your cards, your oracle in that case, the energy is predicting that you'll be a showstopper, that a lot of people, it seems, will be paying attention to you, or you will be shining bright. So let's see what your tarot cards show when it comes to Leo in the body part. Oh my God, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. That is one of the most favorable cards in tarot. It shows great abundance, and this is great abundance or health. The Pentacles could also be health that is here to stay, because the 10 of Pentacles deals with generational wealth. So maybe you're getting so much health that if you should decide to one day, for example, have children, then you'll be passing on great health to your children. I don't know, of course, what you're doing, but things like, for example, maybe you've adjusted your microbiome. That is something that is passed on. Maybe your genetic health is stronger. That's something that's passed on. I'm not a medical doctor. These are just my guesses, but all I can tell you is that your health is going to be amazing. I want to say it's going to be at its best. Please do tell us what you're doing, my dear pile number 1, in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. You know, mushrooms, they are always studied in the longevity centers. So I would say you are definitely doing some things that are prolonging your health, your and your years to live. I feel like you're going to live a long, healthy, beautiful, happy life. Please do tell us what you're doing. So looking at the rest of your cards, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. You've mastered something. I can guess a little bit, but there's an isolation here. So perhaps you've isolated what you put into your body. Also, maybe consumption of clean water or clean food. Maybe this is talking about fasting, right? The isolation. Also, the trees are roots, so you've taken care of the root issues of the different things. You've mastered it with the Eight of Pentacles. It's kind of like you know what was going on, you've isolated the issues, and you've worked on it. So very cool. You've got the Messenger of Fire. This is of the Page of Wands. My God, talk about amazing health. I'm so happy for you. You've got the Shaman. You too are going through healing. So I would guess that since you're getting the Shaman with the pet, if you do have a pet, it does look like you are taking good care of yourself and good care of your pet, and both of you look like you're going to be doing great in the next part, in this quarter of the year. And finally, you've got the Ancestors, the Ancestor card, number 15. Is that the Devil card? This deck has the Major Arcana placed the other way round, so we'll just keep it the way it is. So we've got Ancestor with the Devil. To me, the devil in that case, when we're talking about the body, could be toxicity, right? Or things that you were attached or addicted to. I am seeing with Shaman and Ancestor, you can't miss this. It looks like maybe some of you or all of you are doing or about to do an ancient cleansing ritual. Maybe this is things like you're going back to nature, like taking herbs to heal, for example, as the ancestors have done, instead of relying too much on medicine. Please don't, that's a disclaimer, of course, what goes without saying. I'm not a doctor. Always consult your doctor. I'm just reading your cards. So it looks to me like you are, taking the natural route, doing some form of cleansing here. That the ancient people used to do, your ancestors used to do, because you can't miss that energy here. So I would say you're doing a powerful healing cleanse that is with the Page of Wands, leading to massive healing in your body. I see with the Page of Wands that your body is becoming younger. Your body is becoming revived. I see with the Fire that there is great blood circulation, great blood flow, great health all over, like the right nutrients are reaching the right areas of your body. I see you vibrating with health. Page of Wands, the Leo, it makes absolute sense. So your reading is talking about how with some cleanse and isolation and how you're mastering a specific ritual, it seems that your body this quarter is going to be working in its full capacity. You're going to be radiating health, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and you're going to be looking your best, maybe better than ever. So I love this energy for you. Your body is obviously becoming stronger in this quarter, and blood flow, cleanse, health, vibration, vitality. That is what's going on for you, and it seems your pet as well. My dear pile number 1. Wow, amazing. So nice to see all of that. Right, let's now take a look at the next part. We're going to be taking a look at Aries falling between relationships and future. So it looks like something is happening here, because Aries is all about something beginning. It's a sign all about strong passion, strong beginning, some fire happening here between you and someone. For most of you, because it's Aries, I would say this is a new person in your life. But if you're already in a relationship, then it could mean for you a reignition of great love between you and someone. Let me put your cards back and let's explore this energy. Okay, so you've got the Emperor with the Guardian. You've got love. Wow, the Lover's card. Very strong cards. All right, you've got the Shaman again. And so this card keeps following. But the Shaman is the Hermit. It looks like you're going, most of you, from being single to being in love, forming a powerful bond with the Emperor, with someone. Maybe you aren't single. Maybe you had like a split between you and your partner, or maybe things weren't really working well, leading you to feel all on your own with the Hermit. All right, let's take a look at the final 3 cards. So you've got the Goddess of Earth. We've got to be careful. Hold on. So the Goddess of Earth, this is obviously the Queen of Pentacles. And guys, looking at this pyramid and knowing that there's so much talk around the pyramids of Giza these days and what they found beneath it, and such a like this powerful powerhouse or machine, who knows, we're still looking at it, right? Underneath this pyramid, and we've understood that that's just the tip. Beneath that is something way longer than the pyramid itself. Makes me feel like there is so much beneath what appears. What exactly, we'll find out, but all I can tell you that your relationship will have a super strong foundation that will stand the test of time. And you've got the Messenger of Fire again. Ooh, this is definitely a new beginning with the Page of Wands, whether it's with someone new or someone that was in your life. And you've got the Seven of Air. This is the Seven of Swords, which is a card about stealing. So someone here is stealing your heart for sure. And there is, with the Page of Wands, an ignition of strong passion between you and someone. I see you falling in love this quarter, or rekindling love again. And going back to the Empress and the Goddess of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, it makes me feel like from the very beginning, you will find with the Emperor, this is a reliable person. This is someone that you can foresee a stable future with. This is someone who you see that you will build a home with. Do you see the honey? The hive really tells me that this person is going to be super sweet. The Queen of Pentacles and the milk here, it's a cow, suggests that this is a very kind person, very giving, very quite abundant also. The Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. You'll be meeting an abundant person. I want to say rich. I want to be specific here. It looks like this is a rich business person, the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, or at least if they're not specifically a business person, this is definitely someone who has worked hard to build an empire, build something stable, and they are very well off. They love to either take it how it resonates, either provide, I guess, or they love to share their blessings. This is someone who went from having nothing at all with a desert to having great abundance with the luscious forest on the left side. And straight away, you will really feel that this relationship or this person is quite stable, reliable, and the connection between the two of you is solid, stable. But that's just what it looks like on the outside. The more, excuse me, you spend time with this person over the years, the more you will understand just how stable it actually is, way more than what you thought. If you think this beginning is amazing, wait till you live more years with this person and understand their depth. And only then you will understand how much better even this relationship is than what you thought, which is already starting with something fantastic. The foxes here, you can see it with love. You can see that this person will be like the hawks, sort of, let's say, hunting you intelligently. I don't want to say hunting, but kind of like trying to get your attention, trying to get your love. They will be bold, obviously. I feel with the hermit being blindfolded, you definitely won't see this coming. I also have something that I just noticed. Since this shaman has been a card that's been repeating, we did see it in your body's health and how you're glowing, perhaps also an element of your health and how you're glowing is definitely adding somehow to the allure. It's an element for sure. And I can see that this quarter you're surrounded by a lot of love. First of all, that card came up in your pet part. So there's a lot of love between you and your pet and a lot of romantic love as well. And although you don't see this one coming particularly, I see with the Seven of Swords, this person will absolutely steal your heart. They'll be so good at doing that. I think it's a combination of their character, their strength, their beautiful, stable personality, their generosity, as well as their ability to tune in and tap into their emotions, their ability to, with the hermit, respect you, respect your solitude, respect, if you have certain boundaries, if you want to be alone, there are boundaries here. They respect your boundaries. But at the end of the day, I do see with the hermit in conjunction with the Seven of Swords, your heart will start to have emotions for this person almost without you noticing it. It's going to be just like a magician. A sleight of hand is the word I'm looking for, a sleight of hand. It will happen in such a beautiful way, it seems, with their beautiful character, that you won't notice how this happened. So it's interesting that you get the waterfall, because you can see that really this is your quarter of the year. This is a quarter where you're going to be very blessed. And who knows, maybe the fourth quarter will be even better. But starting with the third quarter, this is your quarter this year. Right. So this is what I see in terms of relationships. I wonder what this sign is. Perhaps this person will be a Gemini. Just a guess. I could be wrong. But yeah, maybe they're going to be a Gemini. They could be Aries, right? They could be Aries as the emperor. So these are two guesses, but I could be, of course, wrong. It doesn't have to be that specific. All right. So now we've explored your relationship in conjunction to your future. Now, seeing that you've got Sagittarius in 4 areas. Sagittarius is all about exploration, fun, adventure, maybe even travel. So I see a lot of excitement and adventure in these 4 areas. Your relationships, which we've already explored right there. There's a lot of adventure and excitement and things to explore when it comes to your future. Maybe you're gonna start something and you can see yourself going towards a brighter future that you're very excited about. We'll find out in a moment. I see that there is a surprise coming up that will make you very excited. And again, it's taking you on an adventure. And there is a lot of excitement when it comes to your finances. It kept rolling there before it landed in the middle. So it's showing us, I believe, that there is an emphasis here that we should consider. All right, so we've explored the relationship part of the Sagittarius rune, I guess. And we know what's going on there. Let's explore your future. What's going to happen here that'll make you super excited? Let's find out in a moment. Okay, so what's exciting about your future? We've got the Ancestor again. This is the Devil card. Ooh, something that you really desired. The Shaman. Wow, okay. These cards are really following you this quarter. I guess we've got 3 more cards when it comes to your future. You've got the Moon, which talks about the surprise, right? And you've got the 9 of Cups. Wow, this is a wish fulfillment card. You've got the Salmon going against the grain. And you've got the Messenger of Water, the Page of Cups. Oh, so sweet, the seal. Right, is that a mermaid? Wow. That is a mermaid, I guess, because of the hands. In any case, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that there is a surprise, which we'll explore in a moment, that'll make you very excited. So that's to be explored all on its own. You're excited about your future because of your healing, right? So we know that. You're very excited because you're feeling your best in a very long time, especially physically and emotionally and mentally even. Oh, 9 of Cups and the Page of Cups shows me that this is a quarter where things are going against the odds and many of your wishes are starting to come true. So that is the energy that I'm seeing when it comes to your future. Due to the surprise that's happening, due to your health and how you're glowing and feeling your best, as well as the many dreams that are starting. With Page of Cups is a new page. The many dreams that are starting to happen, you're feeling very excited. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I should have guessed it is the 9 of Cups. I'm seeing several wishes happening at the same time. They could be literally 9, but all I'm trying to say is that one huge wish is coming true and many others are beginning to come true in the 3rd quarter. So that's definitely happening for you there. That's why you're very excited about your future, I guess. Let's take a look at your surprise and finances. Okay. Please don't tell me the surprise is going to be a surprise. I hope the cards at least give us clues. So are you meant to find out about this surprise in today's reading, or are you going to be experiencing it in due time? Let's find out. So you've got the 3 of Wands. Something is initiating. Something is beginning. Strength card. This is something powerful. It's not just a small thing beginning. This is a powerful thing, obviously. Okay, second clue. You've got something that will make you feel powerful and control. Whoa, 4 of Wands. It's a form of elevation in your life. I feel you're going to feel like you are, elevating in life. That could be a promotion maybe for some of you. I would guess promotion because of power and elevation. I would say stronger position for some of you. Stronger position. Craftsman of Earth. This is the King of Pentacles. Wow. Talk about finances, which we'll get to in a moment. I see that this surprise does indeed involve the finances we're looking at here. Does involve a lot of wealth. Finally, the Shaman again. Wow. You know what I'm starting to feel with the Shaman following us? The idea of as within, so without, I'm starting to understand it's not just how you feel emotionally, but everything. Everything must be connected. Your emotional body, your spiritual body, your physical body as well. So I'm seeing something about how you working so much on healing with the shaman and the hermit, your internal world is the fact that is the factor that is changing energetically everything around you. That's generally what I'm starting to feel. All I can tell you is that something is launching, something is starting off for you. You're embarking on a new journey with the Three of Wands, a powerful one that your heart, mind, and soul are in it, because you are looking forward to elevating something and elevating your life as well. This is leading to the beginning of, or right away, this is leading to a lot of wealth with the King of Pentacles, a lot of abundance. And it does look like this is talking about as within, so without. As you heal your inner world, you can see a lot of abundance on your outer world. And that health is radiating on the outside. As you're radiating on the inside, the outside of your world with the healing start adjusting itself by itself. So yeah, I guess we don't have exact information on what the surprise could be. I believe you're meant to experience this surprise, but I can tell you that something is starting out for you in the third quarter of this year. Sometime in the third quarter, something powerful and big is beginning, and it will lead to your elevation and your quality of life. Okay, so finally, let's take a look at your finances, because we've seen it in your surprise part of the reading. We know that it pertains to that surprise. So let's get more information about it. So what do we see happening with your finances this quarter? You've got the Ace of Pentacles, definitely a new source with the Ace of Pentacles, a new source of money coming in. Oh wow, another ace, are you kidding me? Wow. The Ace of Wands, a powerful new source for sure. Wow. This is a craftsman. What can I say? A cauldron, for example. Is that how you say it? So maybe you are starting, maybe you have a side project, or you will have a side project that has a strong potential for great wealth. That's an example, just an example. And you've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is amassing something. It's also stability. So stable, powerful, new income source that will allow you to, with the Four of Pentacles, have your own money. So let's say, for example, or save money. Let's say, for example, the money that you're getting at the moment, just to translate this energy as an example, you are already paying to survive, to live. I would say that this new powerful source of income that's happening this quarter allows you to breathe, have a breather, to save, to get something valuable that you want, for example. So, and that's just the beginning. We saw that the potential in the future, or the surprise it was, I think it was your future, the potential of your future, the journey of your future, that the Ace of Pentacles is turning into a King of Pentacles, and that is like absolute abundance, absolute wealth, since we're reading finances. So yeah, to translate all of what we've seen in this area, bright future, because of all of the different things, the health of your body, the relationships. We've seen it's because of the surprise and the finances. The cards have been consistent with you. And you can see that a surprise is happening, is showing up out of nowhere in your life. We understand that energetically it is because you've changed your inner world and now you're seeing it in your outer world. And when we do tarot readings and spiritual readings, these sort of explanations tend to come up for us to see, because at the end of the day, spiritual readings are all about understanding the full perspective. It's not processed food, for example. It's not just getting the kick of sugar. It's whole food. You get the guidance, you get the spiritual understanding, you get the understanding of what's happening in your life, you get the whole package. And that's why when you tune into a tarot reading, most of the time you'll see it packaged in so many different ways. You get the event, you get why it's happening, you get the guidance, you get the spiritual, what's happening behind the scenes, spiritual, you get it all. And so that's exactly what I see in your reading. My dear pile number 1, I wish you the best of luck when it comes to the inundation of great energy that is pouring into your life this quarter and the third quarter. Sending you so much love. I absolutely loved your reading. And my dear pile number 1, don't forget to tell us what you've done when it comes to your health. Drop the routine. We'd all love to know, I'm sure, and learn from each other. Sending you guys so much love. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your predictions for the third quarter of this year. Your significator card is the healer. Your crystal is the beautiful tiger's eye in the shape of a squirrel. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, as well as Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing this reading is that we'll be casting some zodiac signs onto this board that has different areas of your life, things like change, body, health, travel, finances, wish fulfillment even. All of these different areas to see what sort of things you can expect in your quarter, and the combination, of course, of the zodiac signs as well as these different areas will give us full meaning, a detailed reading into what you can expect. All right, so let's get straight into it and cast your runes. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you've got two runes on your pet and a little bit towards your body as well. So you've got, let's explore what you've got. You've got Aries in discovery. You've got in the area of pets if you have a pet. And I'll tell you what you can swap it with if you don't have a pet. But the two zodiac signs are Pisces as well as Gemini. There's a little bit of the Gemini rune on your the box of your body. We've got Capricorn in relationships and personal growth. Lovely. And finally, between resolution and fun, you've got Leo. Oh, so cool. Right, let's explore all of this and take a look at the energy of your quarter. And when it comes to pets, pets are something that we love and cherish. We create a beautiful relationship with when it comes to another soul that we take care of. So I would say if you don't have a pet, you can swap that with that which you really care about, nurture, and you find it something to be very fulfilling. So if you don't have pets, maybe you have children. Maybe they're not children. Maybe these are very close friends that you have. Maybe it's a project that you care deeply about. So I would say if it's not a pet, just think about what area of your life you cherish so much, and that would be presenting it. Right, so we've got Gemini and Pisces in the area of pets. So let's explore what that means. Gemini could be communication, it could be duality. Pisces is a lot of emotions, a lot of spiritual growth as well. Let's see. So you've got, ooh, 10 of Pentacles. I love this for you. With wealth. You've got the 10 of Wands. There's the duality with oppression. Wow. So you've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Let's see the Pisces, I guess, then. We've got 3 cards, 7 of Wands with Valor, 5 of Pentacles with Worry, as well as the Hermit. And let's see what is the connection energy with these two. 9 of Pentacles with Gain, as well as the 7 of Swords with Futility. So I can see that looking at the connective energy here and the duality and everything, it looks to me like your pet was going through some difficulty or will be maybe going through some difficulty, but I have great news for you. Just as it's going to feel very heavy for a while, you can see that with the 10 of Pentacles, it's gonna feel more than great again with the 10 of Pentacles. In fact, I do see a beautiful connection between you. The tree could represent familyhood, so you can see that there will be a great bond between the two of you that will stand the test of time. Yes, but your significator card is the healer. And seeing that the Gemini is a little bit when it comes to your body as well, I see that perhaps it's not so serious for you. Maybe you're in the beginning of the quarter, you're not feeling that well. But again, the connective energy is that you can see the same energy going on, that perhaps there's something tricky going on, you're not feeling your best. But with the 9 of Pentacles, you, specifically your pet, is feeling absolutely wonderful. 9 of Pentacles suggests comfort, suggests contentment, suggests happiness, suggests what you would wish and hope for. So a little bit with you, nothing so serious. Maybe with your pet, you could be a little bit worried about them. Worry, the 5 of Pentacles, you're worried about the challenges that they're going through. But with Valor, really, it looks like your pet's health will be up for it. They will really be fighting back, whatever this is. And you can see healing with the Hermit, inner healing going on. And while it may be with the 10 of Wands, and not going to lie to you, a little bit heavy, or at least very heavy in the beginning, it's leading up to something amazing eventually. See, Pisces is the 12th house. It's the house of transcendence. So whatever it is that your pet is going through or will be going through, they will definitely be able to transcend it in this quarter as well. And that's why you've got duality here. Maybe something that takes you by surprise with the 7 of Swords, that you're not expecting, something that passes you by that you didn't think could happen, for example. And it doesn't have to be something serious, you know. It could be your pet, for example, hurts their foot, for example, or something or the other happens. Then you take very good care of them, inner healing happens, and they're doing good. So don't take it as drastic, but it will feel heavy. Your pet will be able to fight it so well. I see a lot of healing going on, and they will be doing great before you know it. So yeah, a lot of taking care of your pet for sure. And also when it comes to your body, I do see that there's an element of that, as mentioned, maybe not as big. Like, for example, if your pet's foot is really hurting, maybe you're just feeling a little bit like you're needing some energy, and so you take good care of yourself and you're feeling your best. So it's not as a big issue, but I do see that there is you taking care of your health and you taking care of the health of your pet, which, you know, this connective energy was also present in pile number 1. So I would say if you are drawn to pile number 1, this will be expanded in the reading over there. Okay, so that's when it comes to the health of your pet and your health, since we have body here. Before you know it, you'll find yourself to be in balance. Both of you will be healing this quarter. All right, and then we've got Aries in discovery. It looks like Aries, you know, is a sign of something beginning, something initiating. So it looks to me like this quarter, you'll discover something maybe for the first time. You'll discover something exciting. Aries is a fire sign. It is a sign that is very excited about beginning something. So you will discover something that you will be very excited about. And we'll find more about that in a moment. I will shuffle your deck and I will be back. Okay, so what are you discovering, my dear pile number 2, that you'll be so excited about? You've got the Two of Swords with peace. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. So something's definitely about to change drastically here to your favor. Whoa, I told you, it's a new eon, new chapter with the Judgment card. Definitely a new beginning somewhere. Two of Swords, you don't see that one coming for sure. Thus, it's a discovery. So what is it? We've got 2 cards at the same time. The Three of Pentacles with works, excuse me, as well as the Three of Wands with virtue. So what is the discovery? Virtue. Three of Wands is something jump starting for you, something beginning, something launching. How about we do it like this way? We've got space. Okay. So yeah, this basically looks like to me that it's a discovery in the area of your work because of the Three of Pentacles and works, or at least a project or a goal that you greatly care about. I feel like this project or something regarding your work has been blocked off for a while. You couldn't see what was going on, why it's this blocked. And you can see with the Wheel of Fortune that there's a huge change in cycle. Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, there's a new aeon, a new chapter in this story. And I see that the dangerous part is now falling and it's becoming more powerful. I do see that because of this discovery, it allows you to jumpstart something. So, for example, maybe you have a project and you realize a behavior in the market that shows you an opportunity for something that you can offer, and it begins a whole new chapter in your project or your business. Maybe this is in your work. You discover something and it allows you to become, for example, the leader, the person who others rely on when it comes to your judgment of the situation. You start becoming this expert, seen as an expert in your company that later on leads to elevation. So all in all, I am seeing a discovery that you will be very excited about, and it will allow things to start working now, to start Because of all of the wheels that I'm seeing here, a lot of wheels, it will allow something to finally start working and moving, perhaps after a long time of it being blocked or on great pause, it seems. Your significator card is the healer. So again, we see this energy. It looks like the energy of your quarter is things healing off, maybe after a time where it was difficult in different areas. Now is the quarter where things start to heal, where you start understanding why things have happened the way they have, find discoveries, find the opportunities hidden within these things that you were worried about. But yeah, that looks like that's the quarter for you, my dear pile number 2. With the 2 of Swords and peace, now you're becoming peaceful. Things are starting to work. You're very excited about this discovery that you've made. It's like, oh my God, look at these numbers. This means that, for example, the demand is there. This means that this thing is not selling. Why are we buying it? This means that this is due to inflation. It's not a problem with our production. You're finding out an amazing discovery that allows for things to work completely in your favor. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in your discovery. It's definitely in the area of your work, or at least an important goal that you dearly care about. Right, so we see a lot of healing going on in these areas. Let's now take a look at your relationships, and it seems like it's super tied to your personal growth. You know, Capricorn suggests discipline. Capricorn suggests sticking at something, doing the difficult thing now to reap the results later, doing what needs to get done. So in my opinion, if I look at these 2 boxes together with Capricorn, I would say this is more about working on yourself, the effort that you've been putting into yourself and your personal growth and growing as a person for you is having a major effect in this quarter when it comes to your relationships. So let's see what this is all about. We'll be pulling out your tarot cards to find out more, my dear pile number 2. So again, we get the Eon. It's like a new chapter here for you. You know what I would think, seeing the Eon repeatedly coming? I would say all of the things or the issues that you've gone through before, maybe this is talking about this year, because I know this year was full of changes, and in the beginning, changes are not easy for all of us. So I would say that just a guess, knowing that it's the year 2025, it doesn't have to be this year, it could have been even longer than that. I would say that recently, or for a long while, you've been really going through a lot of challenges and difficulties. You really have been having it. And I would say this is all was working to work out for you for this moment. Like, this is the moment, this is the culmination of all of the things that happened to you in the past, leading up to this point, giving you all of the benefits of all of the things that happened in this point of time. This is the quarter where you get to see the benefit of everything that happened before. It's a new Eon for sure. So you've got the Judgment card with the Eon. You've got the Prince of Pentacles. This is the Page of Pentacles. All right. Earth of Earth. Like something solidifies, like I told you. Exactly, the Earth of Earth. It's exactly that, the solidification of that culmination of all of these events happening in your life. I hope this made sense, but I think I've explained it well, and I think you know what I mean. Right, so you've got the Three of Swords, and you've got the Nine of Swords with cruelty. Let's pull 2 cards here. Interesting. So this, you've got the Temperance card with art, of course, and you've got Queen of Pentacles with the mountain goat. Yeah, Now I understand what this culmination is all about. Yes, it's in different areas of your life. Here, it talks about your sadness with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. In this pile, it looks like you have gone through a lot of pain, a lot of mental pain as well, heartbreaks. I feel with cruelty in the Nine of Swords that you feel like you've been treated rather cruelly. You may not have understood before why all of these things had to happen. What was the universe's plan? Why would your soul choose something like that? But you can see that it's not just this year. At least now I'm starting to guess, I could be wrong, but at least in this area, it seems like you've gone through a lot of sorrows, a big word. I feel like seeing the eon. It's a new eon in your life. I would say this is the end of a long, 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 long chapter in your life. It's a new era of your life, of you healing the sadness and the pain and the stress that you've gone through previously when it comes to the things that you've gone through, as well as your personal relationships. So this quarter, you're reviving. I feel like with the Judgment card, even, you're growing into who you're meant to be as a person. Everything is materializing in this quarter when it comes to your growth. So in that sense, it looks like you have been healing a lot with Temperance. It wasn't easy. You had to figure so many things out. This isn't like your typical healing. With Temperance, you're dealing with factors that don't usually work well together. Tricky, handling two tricky things at the same time. So I would say you really did, excuse me, the work here. It wasn't easy. It's like rubbing your belly and tapping into your mind your head at the same time. So I would say you've gone through specific type of healing that wasn't easy. What would that be? Like maybe you've been doing several types of healing modalities at the same time, or it could be that you've done hard work. It wasn't easy to heal such cruelty and sadness at the same time. But you've done hard work because you've got the mountain goat that's able to climb through the steepest of mountains up to the top. The mountain goat is known to be hardworking, is known to be able to be flexible, to move upwards in these steep mountains, despite of, I want to say, its shape or how it looks like physically. You wouldn't expect it to be able to do all of that. And in that way, I also see that others, and even you specifically, didn't think you can go through a type of healing like that. Even you will surprise yourself this quarter when it comes to the amount of healing that you're able to do and how far you're going to go when it comes to your healing journey in this quarter, up to a point where things start to finally materialize for you with the Page of Pentacles. It starts to work. Everything you've learned, everything you've applied, everything that you've been trying out and working hard towards, you can see that it starts to materialize. It starts to work out where you're like, oh my God, this is working. This is happening. So things like that could be, oh, I'm not sad anymore, or oh, I'm not stressed anymore, or oh, I don't feel anger anymore. I don't feel what else? Shame anymore. I don't feel this. I don't feel like I'm belittling myself, or I don't feel like I'm belittling others. Whatever this is, it just starts to click. It starts to happen in this quarter. There's our culmination in this area. That is directly affecting your relationship with the people around you. And it's beginning with healing relationships with those in your inner circle first, small circle, small circle, small circle, in your inner circles first. So you'll start seeing the difference in that glow up when it comes to, for example, your family, your small circle of friends, your little community. That could be your neighborhood, for example, you and the people around the neighborhood, your colleagues in the same class, and so on, your colleagues, yeah, even at work. So that's what I mean by in your inner circles first. And then it looks like it's causing a ripple effect. If you can see in your cards here, it's causing a ripple effect. And that tells us that as you progress through this healing, this will ripple into even wider circles. Maybe in the new people that you're going to be meeting, or in general, when it comes to your relationship with your society, with your city, with your university, and so on. Or maybe even general relationship with people. So that's definitely healing this quarter. And the Prince of Pentacles, this is when all of the hard work that you've put in starts to absolutely materialize and show you results. You're like, ooh, look, me and my colleagues were speaking in a nicer way this year. That's really nice. Or, oh, look at my relationship with my family. We're much calmer. Or, oh, look at my relationship with my friends. I'm able to easily tell them, no, I can't this week, or no, I actually don't want that. Or you are able to interact better and form a much closer bond together. Maybe you're not as mad at each other, perhaps, as you used to before. Whatever the issues really were, that's just as examples. But at the end of the day, I do see that your inner healing this quarter will have an instant effect on your inner circle relationships. You will see a great effect, and it's healing in your case inside out. With some people, for example, they have to cut out the toxic people and they start anew. Some people, they have to work their way by meeting new people, forming better bonds, and then working their way inwards. In your reading, I am seeing that it starts with your small inner circles first, and then you're working your way out. So that's exactly what I'm seeing there. This is definitely something that you will start to enjoy in your life and see the results of the healing, the great work that you have been doing. Right. Now let's take a look at the resolution and fun. Leo suggests a lot of fun, no doubt. It also suggests that you will be standing out. It suggests confidence. So let's take a look at where this resolution is in your life and how you're going to be having fun and how you're going to be standing out. Let's find out. I'll shuffle your deck and I will be back. Right. So what do we see with the resolution and fun part for pile number 2, please? And I see this part has popped out. So let's pull our cards from this section. Whoa, again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Very lucky quarter for you. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the Hermit. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords with futility. We've seen these two cards specifically when it came to your pet. But it doesn't have to be, just mentioning. And I think the Hermit was there as well. But anyways. Queen of Cups. As well as the Moon card. So something that's very fortunate, oops, I was going to put it the other way around, is going to happen as a surprise with the Moon card. something that will uniquely happen for you. And so this means that it's not the norm. It's not something that would usually happen to everyone, but you'll be very lucky. You'll feel like you're very lucky to have something so unique like that. It is resolving something. Let's see, read the energy of what it is. Something that you've been worried about. Something with the Five of Pentacles that you were worried about lacking. Something that kept taking from you with the Seven of Swords. You felt it's taking from you unfairly. But if we understand more about the Seven of Swords in the classic tarot deck, it explains to us that sometimes something can look like it's bad only to turn out that it's working for our favor. It's removing something drastic that could have happened. So I would ask you, what is an area of your life where you feel that you're very worried, that you feel like with the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, that it's taking from you, that you feel that's not fair. That's not fair is the energy I'm picking up with these two. That's not fair. And just like you felt it was not fair, it will turn out to work uniquely to your favor, where you're going from feeling that's not fair to, with the Queen of Cups, feeling like you are absolutely lucky and fulfilled and happy, blessed, as well as feeling super special and loved, that it's uniquely happening to your favor in such a fortunate way. So that could be here. It could be pertaining to your pet. It could be pertaining to finances. Maybe it's like something took away your money and you're like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Maybe some money was stolen, for example. Or maybe you felt like you've lost some money investing in something recently. Or maybe even several things. If you've got this energy maybe in several areas of your life, maybe it's pertaining to a relationship, like a dear relationship, something goes wrong. In this relationship, they think you were trying to harm them when really you were really looking out for them. And you go, but that's not fair. That's not fair. Maybe someone says something behind your back that's not fair. In any case, in the areas right now that you're feeling like you're worried and something is unfairly being taken from you, I am seeing for you some very powerful energy with Leo. This is like a powerful comeback. This is a comeback that's here to show off. A comeback that's here to be seen. And so in that way, you can see that the comebacks here are gonna put you in a unique spot. There's gonna be a spotlight on how lucky you are. And this shifts things with the Wheel of Fortune. So before this events happen, maybe others would have blamed you. Hey, you didn't take care of your money. You didn't take care of this. You didn't take care of that. And when this unique event happens where there's a huge spotlight, you get the different energy. Oh, wow. You've done things perfectly. That's why it worked out for you. And it's the same thing, for example. So we don't know how that's going to work, but I do see that it's the same thing. At some point, you felt it was so unfair that it was taking from you, only to realize that it's putting you in a unique spot and it's giving you so much. Given the spotlight is why I'm saying maybe you'll find people blaming you, and then telling you, wow, that's amazing. There's so much to learn from you. This worked out for you because you're amazing. So for example, here you could be blamed for things like your work ethic. That's because you didn't finish this. This is because you focused so much on that. You could have focused on this. And then things work out in your favor, and then people here instead tell you, that's because you focus so much on what needs to be focused on. That's because your work ethic is great. That's because this, and that. So that's the sort of energy I'm picking up as I look at your cards, the Leo between resolution and fun. And so things are shifting. I see that because of this shift and how you love how things are working out in your favor, it looks like moving forward, when it comes to these things, you're having so much fun in these areas of your life. So there was a time where things felt bad. They made you worry a lot. They were perhaps the cause of your sadness. And now they're the very things that make you happy today, or when they start to happen and moving forward. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading when it comes to what you can expect in the third quarter of this year. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. It was full of nice, beautiful details. And I can see that the main energy obviously is healing in everything that we've been looking at. You can see that things weren't going well in these particular areas, and now they're settling in and they're becoming so nice. It's definitely a new eon in your life. I wish you the best of luck with that. May you enjoy it and enjoy the rest of your life. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your third quarter of the year predictions. As you can see on the right, there is a board of the different areas of your life, and we will be casting zodiac signs. And from that, we'll get a unique understanding and a unique reading of what you can expect in this quarter. So very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Garnett. Your significator card is the Procession. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and start casting your zodiac signs onto the chart or onto the board, and let's see what can you expect. What can my pile number 3 expect in the third quarter of the year, please? 1, 2, 3. Very interesting. Right, so we've got a zodiac sign or a rune in the body, which is Aquarius. I suddenly heard expansion. So maybe your body is expanding in a way or something. I would say if you're an athlete, then your capabilities are expanding. And maybe your muscles are stretching, allowing you to make better moves, or your speed is increasing, something like that. But there is an expansion here with Aquarius in the body part, the body section. Now here in rescued, we've got the zodiac sign Scorpio. If you've got someone who's a Scorpio that needs help, they will be rescued. Just an idea that popped in my head, but we'll find what it is in a moment. Past, you've got the zodiac sign Libra. All right, nice. You've got Taurus in finances. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of money right there. And you've got a rune between love and travel, and that's the zodiac sign Aries. Ooh, love and travel can't get better than that. Love, travel, finances, balance in the past, having something rescued and your body giving you more than it could ever have. I say that's a win. Ding, ding, ding. Right there. That's an amazing read. Okay, so Let's now take it bit by bit, and we will, of course, elaborate using your tarot cards to understand each section with a lot of details. Let's get straight into it and understand what this expansion in your body is all about. So, for pile number 3, please, what is this expansion in their body? Your body is doing things outside of the norm, outside of what is expected from it. I would say if like you're healing something, then you're really shocking your doctors. You're shocking everyone with how your body is healing. That's an example. So let's see what this is all about. You've got the 8 of Swords. Yeah, it looks like your body for a while felt debilitated, but it's not the truth. You see the figure looking at her image is actually not stuck. So you might have thought that you were stuck with something. Maybe you've had an ailment most of your life, or what's the word called? A disability in an area. Maybe you thought you had bad vision, or maybe you had a disability in one area or the other. All I can tell you is what you thought you had and that you couldn't change is absolutely not true. That's what I'm seeing with your card. It's like, oh, I absolutely can't lose weight. That's not my thing. I'm not meant to be thin, for example, a thin person. You'll find out that this is absolutely untrue. Or, oh, that's my vision. I was born and I can't see that well. Absolutely, in that case, untrue. And I'm not a doctor, of course, disclaimer. I think this is clear. I'm just reading your cards. So there's some idea like that here, where you thought this is who you were, that's just it. And there is the idea that this quarter, you're going to be surprised with your body's capabilities and just how much it can heal or it can perform. Very interesting. Let's see what else. Ooh, do you see that? It's one of the very few 10 of Swords that gives that perspective. You know, it looks like you've gone through a lot of pain. Now we have better understanding. You've gone through a lot of pain because of something specific when it comes to your body. Maybe you didn't know the root cause of it. Now you know, maybe. But at the end of the day, I see you standing up. You're not in pain anymore. It's the end of that pain. You're like, perhaps you put your finger on what's wrong. Maybe you started taking action, because with the procession here, it's like one event, in my opinion, in that case, one event follows another, follows another, follows another, follows another. And it's kind of like a ceremony, a ceremonial process that leads to a healing that appears to be magical. Let's see. You've got the Moon card. You're dealing with the issue at the root. Whether you know that or not, with the Moon card, you're dealing with the hidden issue that you couldn't see. Ooh, look at that with the Ace of Wands. I feel like with this particular Ace of Wands, your mind is able to deal with this particular situation better now that the root cause has healed or is healing. I feel like it's a new page for you with the Ace of Wands, where your body's like, I was trapped before. There's a lot of debilitation there. Do you see the net? It's like I couldn't. It's kind of like your brain trying to do something about it. Maybe it's trying to send orders, but they weren't going through. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm just trying to show you the energy that I see in your cards. Like through the nervous system, for example, and the nervous system would flare up. Maybe your mind would send orders, the nervous system would flare, things don't happen, something like that. And so it doesn't work, or something didn't work properly, making you think that you just couldn't heal something, or this is who you are, you just couldn't do something. Maybe your body is about to surprise you, because what I'm seeing here with Procession as your significator card, it looks like, whether you realize it or not, You've done one thing, following another, following another, following another. And because you've taken these steps following one another in that way, it is miraculously healing something. So you've got, shifting something. Do you see? You've got the Hanged Man. Again, dealing with the situation inside out. The root cause, the stress and the anxiety is reversing. So I would say if this situation used to bring you a lot of stress and anxiety, the anxiety is healing. Or maybe that used to flare up anxiety. That's another thing. So another way to look at this is that if you've been feeling anxious and you didn't know why, that's the root cause of the situation. It's healing, and it's healing and reversing this anxiety. Wow, wow, wow. And the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, you're making better choices. You're loving your body, and you're making better choices for yourself. That's the root of it all. And the way you're nurturing and taking care of your body, treating it as if it's the dearest thing to you, I see that it is what's reversing how you feel, and that's reversing something on the inside. So your emotional work, as well as the things that you've been putting in, or maybe it's the steps that you've been taking, the choices you've been making are reversing everything for you. And that goes down to how you feel and how you think, your mental health as well. So yeah, my dear pile number 3, your body is absolutely going to be surprising you this quarter. And just a question, do you know these steps, or were you like taking steps and they turned out to be coincidentally the right thing to do? I doubt it, but let's just check. The Sun. Wow. What you're doing is healing you to the core. Wow. Okay, Queen of Swords. Yes, it looks like there's a lot of planning here. It looks like you know what you're doing. Yeah, it's weird to think you would heal on this level by accident, by coincidence, right? No. The Queen of Swords suggests that you know what you need to do. You're super disciplined. And with the Cups here, it's like even when you don't feel like it, even when you're like, oh, am I going to have to do that? And you say, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, even though it's not easy. You know, the emotions could be presenting cutting off addictions, maybe things that you really love doing, but you just have to stop because it's not good for your health. That's what I'm seeing here. You preventing these things, as well as staying disciplined, staying on course, having a specific plan that you're following. You know what you're doing, and it's absolutely miraculous. You perhaps thought, hey, at best, I'm going to heal. You didn't know just how much you're going to heal, and to what extent, and how much your body can surprise you. So I love this for you, my dear pile number 3. I love readings like this. I love seeing success stories to this magnitude. Please do tell us more about what you're doing. All right, so let's explore the next part that's happening in your quarter, which is rescued with Scorpio. You're rescuing something intense here. You know, Scorpio is an intense sign. So I would say this is something that you deeply cared about, what you're rescuing here. Something was super intense. Maybe it was borderline, maybe dangerous even. It really made you super emotional, but also super determined. This is Scorpio. That's not an easy sign. Very strong sign. Emotional, yet super strong. So you're transmuting, in that case, just like a Scorpio would do, your emotions to your favor, to put it into the efforts and the intelligent ways to make something work. So you're really rescuing something that means a lot to you. Let's explore what that is. My dear pile number 3, what's going on here? So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, you're taking educated decisions for sure. You're staying stable and grounded and strong. King of Wands. And your groundedness, as well as your education regarding this thing that you're worried about, your studies regarding it, your research, is making you very powerful, is putting the thing you care about, the situation you care about, at a very powerful position. And you've got the Hierophant. Your commitment to it will take you far. The sky's the limit here. I see a transformation here, because we're going to the heavens, from the earth to the heavens. So a huge transformation going on here. So what is it that you care about? That's a very good question. You care about, with the Queen of Pentacles, something that you worked hard for to have. So this is, that's why you've got rescue here. So this is something that you worked hard, put your heart and soul into it, and it gave you marvelous results, the ones you've been dreaming about. And it looks like something happened there. What happened? The High Priestess and the Judgment. High Priestess is secrecy, something hidden. And these cards are highly spiritual. Do you see the High Priestess with a closed but open eye? The Judgment growing. So although this may have been difficult, by the way, and you didn't expect this to happen, whatever you're rescuing here, it had a very strong spiritual reason. It was happening because it was pushing you to go beyond your limitations. Oh, your limitations, could that be your body again? Could be for some of you, right? These could be connected for some of you. So if you were worried about your body, don't worry. Continue doing what you're doing, because you're saving something there. But if it's not, I do see that this is something that you did not expect. This is something spiritual, which means that it's working to your favor. It's not against you, although it may look like it initially. This is something that allowed you to learn a lot. Judgment, High Priestess, knowledge, right? And look at that here. This is something that lately pushed you to research and learn a lot. Thus, getting down to the roots, your mind and the roots. Do you see the roots on the mind? You got down to the roots. You've understood something to the core. These are not the roots. They look like roots. Maybe the plants are inside her head. But anyways, branches. Maybe it allowed you to branch out, to look beyond something you've been looking, to look into other specific things. In any case, all I can see is that it pushed your limits by being able to do things outside of what you thought was possible that you can do. Now you feel powerful with the King of Wands as you rescue something that powerful, because now you understand that you are, with the Hierophant, someone who's becoming an expert at knowing how to handle something, because life has put you into a situation that pushed you to learn a lot. And now you're an expert. And with the knowledge that you're given, it's going to take you far in life. That's why it's a spiritual situation. Again, the procession, something leading to another. Maybe an unfavorable event has happened, leading you to worry for a while about something that you deeply care about, that you've already, with the Queen of Pentacles, have worked so hard to create and do. But step by step, with some few things that you're going to dig deep into and understand better, will make you feel very powerful. Not only in this situation, but moving forward. Because moving forward from that point, you'll feel like, oh my God, the sky's the limit here. I can do this, I can do that, I can build this, I can fix this. Anything that happens in this area, I will forever know how to deal with. And so the information that you're gathering these days or in this second quarter are going to be the backbone for many amazing things to come and many growth to come for you personally later on. It's like spirit or the universe wanted you to have access to that knowledge, and that was the way for you to see it. And so I would say if you're a little bit worried about something, it's going to be such a small distance from where you are now to where you are or where you want to be going. My apologies, where you want to be going. Where you are now and where you want to be is really a small or a short distance. And continue to research, continue to make educated decisions, and you will be there faster than you know it. You'll really be proud of yourself here. Yeah, it's like some steps that you have to follow, and you'll be taking these steps and realizing, whoa, did I just do that? Oh my God, I can do so much since I handled something like that. So it's showing you your powers, maybe even your spiritual powers. You're tapping these days into your own spiritual powers that maybe you didn't even know you had. So spiritual powers don't always just have to be things like our intuition, our channeling capabilities. While these are very important parts of our spiritual gifts for sure, but our spiritual gifts expand further than that. They are our spiritual mind. You know, maybe your soul understands something so much, and as you access information, specific information, you find yourself intuitively capable of understanding it better and using it better. Maybe you've used it in another life. That's just another example of spiritual gifts, of being able to expand your mind in a way that you didn't know you could before. Maybe it has to do with you finding out about your capabilities of manifesting something. You know, sometimes when we are put under pressure, our powers show. And so if you find yourself being able to manifest something, you don't doubt it ever again. You never say, oh, how will this happen? Now you have full proof that something that seemed impossible could be possible, for example, or something that you thought couldn't happen now could happen. It's the same thing. And so moving forward, your power of manifestation absolutely increases. But that's the sort of thing I'm seeing here. This is powerful energy for sure. It's not rescuing something small, but the story behind this thing specifically that you're rescuing is really what matters. If you finding your power, and look at that, right there is the power. Although we don't have a room there, but I'm seeing that you're finding a specific spiritual power from your cards and what I've noticed here. Okay, let's look at your past now with Libra. What's going on there? Something comes into balance and harmony pertaining to your past. Let's find out. I'll shuffle your deck and I will be back. Okay, let's see what's going on there. So what's going on in pile number 3's past that's significant for the third quarter, please? Wow, so I've got Chariot. Something is perhaps finally moving. Maybe a resolution happens between you and someone, and you start resolving things and things start moving. That could be one way to look at it. Oh, or maybe you couldn't get access to something in the past and now you finally get access to it. You've got, yeah, that's what gave me the idea, the 9 of Wands. I looked at the 9 of Wands and remembered access. So maybe, yeah, access, 9 of Wands. Access and movement. This could be like a visa. You find you applied for visa or trying to move to another country and move to another place or something, and you're getting the acceptance for that, perhaps. Maybe you didn't want to go back to an old place, maybe your old town, your old city, if you've left it, and suddenly you find yourself going back Let's see. I see this one sliding out. 7 of Pentacles. Lovely. 10 of Wands. And the Moon card. Something tells me to look at the back of the deck. We keep getting from the back, right? So you've got the 6 of Swords here. Yeah, slowly moving. And the Hierophant. What's going on there? And the difference here is in height. Like maybe this is a level up. Sometimes going back is a level up. Or sometimes gaining access to something that you didn't have access to before allows you to level up or go up. In any case, what's going on there? And how does it connect to your past? Now fine, let's keep it there actually. But I do see a move. Do you see? Movement, movement. It's the 10 of Wands, yes, but it's coming as movement. I'm getting the idea with the 10 of Wands that you have gone through a lot and you decided to move or move back because it's the past. If you're moving back, then this is the idea of the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So take it how it resonates. For some of you, you're going somewhere new that you've in the past always wanted to go. Maybe you've applied, maybe you've tried. And with the procession again, you've taken here many steps to do that. So you've either taken many steps to try to go somewhere and now you're finally going, or maybe you've taken many steps and you've went somewhere only to find that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. You can see with the procession and the 7 of Pentacles that this has been going on for a while. Whether you trying to go somewhere or you working very hard to get somewhere. Ultimately, with the 10 of Wands, you found that this is too heavy. Or things are, if you're going somewhere, things are becoming super heavy where you're at. And finally, this permission is coming in the nick of time. Let me give you the 2 scenarios. We'll start off with you trying to go somewhere, and then we'll be talking about you having gone somewhere and now you're going back. So if you're trying to go somewhere, instead of confusing you, if you're trying to go somewhere, you've been blocked from going there for such a long time. This is something that you may have even dropped in the past because you've taken so many steps, like it was endless. You've even waited in queues, long queues, trying to get some form of permission or visa or something to go somewhere, right? You've been patient with the 7 of Pentacles. You've waited for so long. You've endured all the difficulties that came with that. And I feel like at this point of time, you're really feeling like it's the heaviest. You can't handle it anymore. Maybe the permissions and everything that you're trying to do is taking a toll on you because at the same time, you're obviously handling so many other responsibilities and at the same time. And I can understand when we're trying to get to a goal, but at the same time, we have to like be present in our everyday life and take care of the everyday life. That's already obviously a lot. We tend to feel burned out and we tend to feel burdened by everything. And so I see with the 10 of Wands here, you are at a point of feeling like you're going to break. But we can see with the Moon card here that something unexpected happens and it shows up from the past. What was hidden finally shows up. You finally hear from that ghost. You finally hear from these people. You finally hear from this association, the embassy, whatever that is. And you finally get that permission, whatever that is. and you're finally coming out of it free. You're a free person now. You've got the power with the Hierophant, and all is upwards from there. Will it take time for you to make that move with the Six of Swords? Yes, it's going to take its good time. I mean, it's not instantaneous, but from the minute that you hear this news or that thing resurfaces or the unexpected event appears, you're like, oh, I'm free, it's happening. And it's just a matter of time before you make that move. So that's if you're moving from one place to another. Let's say now, given that this is the past, which I'm really feeling could be the situation for most of you, it looks to me like you have put in a lot of effort, as we've mentioned, to try to leave a place. That place is now in your past, and you have successfully moved to a new location or a new place, a new job or something, a new city that you did not have access to before. But the thing is, and after all of this work and commitment that you've put into it, maybe even financial commitment as well with the Seven of Pentacles, all your resources, you put everything there. It looks with the Ten of Wands that you weren't happy. It put a lot of burden on you. That's why I say sometimes we think that the grass is greener on the other side, only to go to the other side and realize, whoa, that's like, that's tough, you know? Like when you think that something is better, and you go there and you actually experience it, you start seeing the other aspects that you weren't aware of, the things that you didn't look at properly before, the things you didn't realize about a specific place or job or something. And you go, yes, I get it. Maybe if it's a job, for example, the pay here is better. Maybe the hours here are better, but God, is this a toxic place? So you would say, I would definitely go back and get my regular working hours. I would get my salary back any day than to spend all of the money, the extra money that I get here, and trying to just feel better. So you're very, very, very happy to go back. And you realize that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So whatever this is, you've put in that effort, you've taken so many steps, and again, stood in so many long queues. And it might be crazy to think, oh my God, you're going back after all of this. And you're like, sometimes we need to move forward with our plans and our visions to realize how blessed we were. So that's the sort of energy I'm picking up here. You're going back to your old job, you're going back to your old city, you're going back to your old community even. Maybe this is like not activities. Maybe it's a sort of, it could be as simple as even exercise routines. Maybe you left a routine in favor of another, and you've made a bunch of extreme changes to accommodate to this new routine. Like you went to another place, you've registered for a new gym subscription, and you've went all way out, and you've changed other plans, like you started changing plans at work to accommodate to this new timing, this new routine, this new class, only to find that this was absolutely bad and that you were getting better results in the other place. So now you go back and subscribe and make new plans and adjust your plans to the old gym. You know, it could really be anything. But there is something about that. I am feeling that this is pretty significant. I could be wrong. It could be something super simple. It is a general reading after all. But I do see you now either getting access to something you've always wanted to get access to, or most likely you're going back and made peace with the past because you've realized that hey, it's not that bad. You found your balance, right, with the past. You're like able to forgive it, or you're able to find how beautiful it was. And that's what I'm intuitively picking up with Libra in the placement of the past. Very interesting story, my dear pile number 3. sometimes we take major steps towards something and we do these major changes. It's always okay to change your mind. Even if you've made major and drastic changes, what matters the most is the now, not the past. Don't let anyone ever bully you or tell you or make fun of you, and don't stay somewhere where you're not happy just because you've made major changes. And I don't think you need to hear that, because with that, I think you're someone who's already making these changes. So all the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 3. Let's take a look at your finances, because ding, 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 that's big there. Taurus in finances. Wow, you're getting a lot of money, I would say. Let's get more, or maybe you're getting an asset that would get you a lot of money. Let's find out more about that. I will shuffle your deck and I will be back. Okay, so let's take a look at your finances, my dear pile number 3. Ooh, starting off the reading with the Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. If you were drawn to pile number 3, you're really lucky with finances for sure. So you've got the 9 of Wands. You know, if I look at these two pictures, I instantly remember a dam where water has been collecting for a long while, and then suddenly you open that dam and an inundation of water goes and it helps create electricity for the whole city or even the whole country. So I am getting this feeling like this could be something that was saving up for you, and then it gives you a lot. How can that be? For some of you, this could be you saving up all of your life. I don't think that makes any sense what I'm about to say, but it came out, so I'm just going to complete what I was about to say. Like, let's say you've been, let's say a teenager is watching this reading and they've been saving up all their lives with their parents. They've been putting in most of their money, saving it up, and even their parents helping them save up. And then when they graduate, they are startled by the huge amount that they didn't know they had. But other than that, it could be you putting money into an investment. You continue to, into an investment, or what is it called in the US? 401k, right? 401k, for example, or something. You've been putting money consistently into something only to realize that it turned out into a huge amount, for example. That could also translate into maybe your project had some huge potential. Oh, but you were waiting for a certification, or you had to register your company properly, and then that opens up because the demand is at an all-time high. So suddenly everybody goes in and everybody wants your product, and so which is most likely here, thinking about it, it's most likely here. Maybe, it doesn't have to be like you're waiting for registration. Maybe you've created a hype. Maybe you've created such a big hype leading up to a moment of release where everybody is buying that product that it's crazy. So that could be one way to look at it. Another way, to look at it. What else could that be? Maybe you've been you were the reason the company you work with, was making so much money. And now you've decided to now work for you for once. And so now you do your own thing. And because everybody loves you and believes in you, then you suddenly have an inundation of requests, and maybe even your heart beats like, oh my God, how is this happening? You never knew your potential of doing your own thing, opening up your own office, for example. So that's another translation here. What else? I just want to like milk it until I get as much examples as it is as I can to try help you imagine it in your own world. But just like procession, you can see one thing following the other. Many things happened, but they were all saved up for you. Stock market, putting money in the stock market. I think I mentioned that, putting money into investment or stock market, and you didn't know it could turn. Maybe you've invested into a project and that project has huge potential that nobody knew about, and suddenly it goes bam, and it brings out a lot of money that you never expected. Anything else I can think of? It could be your reputation. Maybe as your reputation grows, there's a whole line of customers waiting to get or even sign up or something to your product or service. So much so that there is a gate here. Like it's not easy access anymore since there is a huge demand on it. And obviously with the Queen of Pentacles, this is making you a lot of wealth. So these are just different ways to look at this. This could be a gated asset, like this could be a house. Maybe you're going to inherit a house and you rent it and it brings you a lot of extra money every month. Maybe this is a bank certificate that gives you good interest, for example. Yeah, something like that. These are really all of the different ways I can look at these two cards and tell you that it's definitely going to be bringing you a lot of money. So let's take a look at more details when it comes to that. You've got the Hierophant. This is a commitment, meaning it's here to stay. This is not like a one-time fab, for example, one-time hit in the stock market, for example, or a one-time like a short span of time where people like what you are offering. No, with the Hierophant, this means that this is here to stay, this financial blessing. Wow, you've got the Empress. It's literally the card of abundance, fortune, wealth, luxury, resources. You can see that the Empress here is impregnated with the world. This makes me feel like you are about to get something that will cover up all of your costs and maybe even more, to a point where you will feel like you don't need anything more. This is a big deal, my dear pile number 3. This is a big deal. I feel like this is going to financially cover you and here to stay and grow for forever, dare I say, for a very long time or even forever. This is like financial growth, and you are about to get access to that. Wow, I love this for you. I really love this for you. So let's see how you're going to get this, right? How are you going to get this, my dear pile number 3? Financial sustenance. You've got the 6 of Swords. All right, so we can see here it's not happening right away. It's happening in phases, it seems. And we understand that because of the procession. So now we're understanding what the procession means here for the financial reading. It means that it's garnering that financial wealth, or garnering that reputation, garnering that attention little by little. It's starting off in this quarter. The Moon card, we're asking how is that going to happen? Ooh, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So the beginning of that is happening this quarter. The seed of that is happening this quarter, leading to that great wealth we've been discussing eventually. I see that this quarter you are moving slowly towards that energy. You're moving towards that, yeah? And suddenly you're going to see something, the unseen. You're going to realize something that was always there. You just didn't know that it can drive you that type of wealth. Like, for example, you've always known about that house and your family gives it to you, or you've always were creating that product, but suddenly people find out about you, and so on. Or you've known about this investment, it wasn't bringing much, but suddenly it starts bringing. Will it bring you this quarter this crazy amount that we're looking at? I don't see it like that. I see that over, or it could be, hold up. For some of you, it could be, because we did see this as like a dam of something being saved up for you to finally get it. So I would say it's the beginning of good money. Let's put it this way. It's the beginning of good money that's been saved up for you. It's the beginning of something amazing. And over time, it's going to sustain you fully and to a point of even luxury, financial luxury. This is like freedom and wealth, in my opinion. But yeah, there's definitely a big bang, the beginning of a big bang this month that increases over time. Very interesting. A lot is going on for you, it seems, this month, this quarter. What a quarter. And speaking of a lot happening, you've got, it doesn't end there. You've got love and travel. With the Aries, this is like something starting, something very exciting, beginning in love and travel. These could be mutually exclusive. They could be part of the same experience. Let's find out together. Again, I'll shuffle your deck and I will be back. Okay, so if we take a look at your rune, at your zodiac rune, most of it is falling on love. There's a little bit in trouble. So maybe you're going to fall in love and go on a trip with this person. Who knows? Let's see. Let's see what your cards show us. Ooh. So what's going on here for pile number 3, please? Ooh, you've got the Knight of Wands. My God, there's a lot of passion, love, desire. Yes, this is Aries energy. This is like a rush of love and passion and desire and all of that happening all of a sudden with the Knight of Wands. I see you guys are really going to like each other. So is this new love? I would say yes. For most of you, this is new love because it is Aries, a new beginning. But it could be something like maybe you haven't seen your spouse for a long time. Maybe they were traveling. Maybe they were really busy. And now is your time to get back together, tell each other you miss each other, have fun together. So that's there, right? So I really see you're going to be feeling loved and you're going to feel so much passion in this quarter. Right, so you've got the Magician. Magic, right? Knight of Wands and Magician, so much magic. My goodness. It's going to feel like an out of this world experience. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and we've got 2 more cards. One more card, the Page of Swords. Right, so what do we see here? I see something so interesting. There is a dichotomy of energy. And that's when magic happens. That's really when magic happens. Of feeling like the relationship is going so slow. Yet with the Seven of Swords, it's leaping fast. Like if anyone is outside of this energy that you two are in, are looking on the outside, they would say, my God, you're dating already? My God, what? You're committed? You're moving in already? Oh my God, you're doing this already? You're making all these plans together, you need to slow down. But to you guys, with the Seven of Pentacles, sorry, not the Seven of Pentacles, my apologies, the Knight of Pentacles, you've, in a crazy way, have gone through the slow process. And I'm not encouraging anyone. I'm just, because sometimes you guys feel like I'm telling you to do something. This is really literally me reading your cards. I, of course, advise you to take it very easy and very slow with everyone. But if I look at your cards, it does look to me like this relationship may look like it's taking steps that are like, that look from the outside that you're cutting off time, taking shortcuts, the Seven of Swords, taking super shortcuts. But really, with the Knight of Pentacles, it looks like you maybe are spending so much time together and getting into such deep conversations and getting to know each other so well that you feel like it is actually moving relatively super slow. It's not moving fast. And this is not to judge. Some relationships move fast and they turn out to be like a disaster. Some people really regret doing that. But there are relationships that move fast, but they just know. And it feels on the inside that really it wasn't moving fast at all. That is the sort of energy I'm picking up for this pile. So you're meeting someone that will feel like magic, and things on the energy of the inside of the relationship is far different on the energy of the outside, and the magic again. So you know how time stops when two people are enjoying their company? Actually, it moves fast, but when they look at each other's eyes, suddenly time stops. So time is relevant. 5 minutes in one place could feel entirely different than 5 minutes in another. Like a line, for example, standing in a line can feel like forever, and 5 minutes catching up with someone that you absolutely love feels like it was a fleeting moment. And so in that same way, it's hard to believe on the outside, but for you two, it's going to feel like it's been a long time. Maybe this is like long phone calls, meeting up regularly, having deep conversations, long walks, doing many activities on the same day, things like that. And I do see with the Knight of Pentacles that you are building things, you're moving slowly, building the relationship slowly, but it's full of passion and excitement and magic. It feels something else. And so because you're taking your good time on the inside to get to know each other inside the relationship, you're taking leaps. And perhaps that's the secret sauce, You take your good time to understand someone and to put your attention into the relationship properly. It moves fast. So that's what I'm seeing. Seven of Swords, it's leaping, it's moving very quickly. Although it feels like it's taking its good time. So I do see with the Page of Swords that you are going to be making decisions, but they are educated decisions. I do see that already in this quarter, believe it or not, you're meeting someone, you're falling in love with someone, you get to know someone on a deep level, and already you're like, hey, why don't we plan to make these major steps? And this is perhaps when people are like, are you crazy? What are you doing? And you're like, let's just study these ideas. We can do this. We can do that. You're making major plans, and it looks like they're a little bit risky, I might add. But you are, through good studying, good speculation, putting your heads together and your ideas together, meticulous studying, of the situation, and because you really love and like each other, you're taking one step after the other, one step after the other, one step after the other, but major ones that will allow you to get somewhere that you two want. Don't tell me it's the travel. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Perhaps you two don't come from the same place. That could be it. This is my biggest bet on this pile. If you guys are like going, what if we study it well? It looks to me like somebody's moving to somebody's place. Like maybe you come from different cities, different countries or something. Yeah, I'm willing to bet on that. And you are going to successfully make that move to the other place because you two can't wait to be with each other. You just know it's right. So there's the traveling there for you. My dear pile number 3. This might be crazy to hear now, but your whole life, it seems, is changing in the most miraculous way. This is an amazing pile. I've seen the other piles. I'm not comparing. I love them. They were amazing. But this pile is something else. If we look at, I bet you already forgot, the expansion and the healing going on in your body of it, showing you things, miraculous things that you couldn't see before, you rescuing something that you deeply care about. But how is that? You're going back to the past, but then moving somewhere else? I have no idea. You guys gotta let me know what's going on there. Are you going back to the past only to meet someone to take you somewhere else? You're on a ride here, roller coaster. And this may not be a place, you know. Maybe the other person is the person coming to live where you are. Who knows how this is gonna end up to be? But it's so interesting. And on top of all of that, and the love and the travel and all of that, there's great finances happening to you that will lead to great financial security and even luxury one day. So my dear pile number 3, I truly wish you the best of luck with that. Please do update me. I love reading your updates. A lot of you do drop a comment and let me know what happened. I love it. As you know, I put my heart and soul. I'm so invested, and I would love to know what happened on the other side. So, my dear pile number 3, I know the best is going to happen for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.